Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Today, we make history with the return of an icon. I am incredibly excited to introduce
What if I told you the most important middleweight motorcycle of 2026 isn't the one with the highest horsepower, but the one that finally cracks the code between raw aggression, daily comfort, and next-gen technology? What if the bike that rewrites the entire 750cc class isn't Italian, isn't British, and isn't even chasing attention, but comes from a brand everyone thought had already played its safest cards? Today, we're stepping into the world of the 2026 Honda CB750, a machine that doesn't just evolve. It erupts out of Honda's quiet reputation and announces a new era for the CB family, because there's something hidden in this bike, something Honda hasn't dared to attempt in over a decade. A feature that doesn't simply improve the riding experience but threatens to redefine what a middleweight naked should even be. Stay with me, because once we reach that final reveal, you'll understand why early testers are already whispering that this might be the silent class killer of 2026, the motorcycle that doesn't shout, but dominates. You know that moment when you sit on a bike for the first time and everything instantly tells you whether it's built for bragging rights or built for you. When the bars fall into your hands at just the right angle, when the tank shape presses perfectly against your knees, when the engine pulses with a rhythm that feels like it understands your heartbeat. That's exactly what happened the moment I swung a leg over the CB750. There's this strange familiarity to it, like Honda reached back through its history, grabbed the soul of the classic CBs, injected it with modern fury, and presented it with a quiet confidence that feels almost dangerous. But familiarity isn't the full story. Because underneath that comfortable surface, this is the most rebellious, sharp-edged CB Honda has ever released. The 2026 update doesn't tweak a formula, it detonates it. The engine breathes with more hunger, the frame carries a new hardness. The electronics operate with frightening intelligence, and the riding feel well. Imagine carving through cold morning air at 120 kilometers per hour with a blade made of precision engineering. And yet, that's still not the part that shocked me, because the one thing Honda has hidden inside the CB750, the thing no sales sheet highlights, is so unexpected. So wild that it completely transforms how you ride in the city, the mountains, and especially at night. It's the upgrade that makes this bike feel like it can read your mind. I'll reveal it soon. But first, let's talk about the heart that makes this mechanical animal breathe. The new 755cc parallel twin has been re-engineered from the intake funnels, all the way down to the exhaust pulse mapping. Honda didn't chase big numbers just to look good on paper. They focused on the emotional mechanics, the vibrations, the torque timing, the way the bike pulls from mid-range with a punch that feels clean, predictable, and explosive. Roll the throttle at 4,000 revolutions per minute, and the bike leaps like a controlled explosion wrapped in Honda engineering discipline. There's no hesitation, no awkward dip. Just a smooth, rising violence that feels addictive every single time. The chassis has been strengthened with reinforced stress points, fixing the slight flex that earlier CB models showed under aggressive cornering. Now the bike digs into curves with a confidence that feels unnatural, like it's reading the road before you even reach it. You don't fight the bike. You guide it. It responds like it was wired to your nervous system, and then there's the suspension. The real magic. Honda's new adaptive glide tech system doesn't wait for you to adjust anything, it adjusts itself 200 times per second. Hit a pothole and the system softens instantly. Lean hard into a sharp corner and it firms up with surgical precision. Accelerate over uneven asphalt and it stabilizes the chassis before your instincts even register the disturbance. It feels unreal, like there's an invisible co-pilot riding with you, whispering small corrections into the motorcycle's bones. But here's the part you've been waiting for. The part Honda didn't announce with fanfare. The part that riders only discover once they ride the CB750 in unpredictable conditions. Because the 2026 CB750 debuts Honda's first Neuro-Adaptive Ride Sync, a discrete system that monitors your riding in real time and adjusts throttle sensitivity, traction behavior, power curves, and engine braking, without you ever touching a menu. It studies you, not just the environment. It learns how you pull the throttle. It tracks the timing between your inputs. It senses your natural lean tendencies. It recognizes how aggressive or calm you are. Within minutes, the bike adapts to your style so effectively that it feels custom-built for your brain. Riding becomes not just smoother, but intuitive. Highway overtakes feel perfectly timed. City navigating becomes almost telepathic. Mountain twisties feel like they're bending with you instead of against you. And visually, Honda finally took the CB750's look seriously. The tank lines are sharper and deeper, forming a muscular silhouette that reflects light like sculpted metal. The new dual-layer LED headlight, surrounded by a cold blue perimeter glow, gives the CB750 a predatory stare that cuts through darkness like a spotlight from the future. The exhaust is more angular, more commanding, with metallic resonance that growls under load and whispers at idle. Even the tail section has been trimmed into a tight, athletic shape that completes the Street Fighter look with confidence. Braking performance comes from dual radial 4-piston calipers grabbing massive 320mm floating rotors, aggressive, sharp, and perfectly tuned. But Honda went further by integrating a new 3-stage cornering, brake logic that keeps everything balanced when you're pushing deep into a turn. No sudden grabs, no unsettling shifts, just stability. Even when you're riding like you have something to prove. Yet here's the most surprising thing about the new CB750, despite all the intelligence, all the aggression, all the sharpened edges, the bike remains approachable. Friendly when you need it to be, wild when you ask it to be. It's a commuter when your day is slow, a canyon carver when your adrenaline kicks in, and a weekend thrill machine when you need to feel alive again. It's the rare motorcycle that adapts to your mood without demanding anything in return. This bike proves something important. Honda still understands the single thing every rider craves beyond horsepower. Beyond specs, beyond speed. Connection with the road. Connection with the machine. Connection with a feeling that reminds you why you fell in love with riding in the first place. And the 2026 Honda CB750 delivers that connection with a force and sensitivity that no other middleweight naked has come close to in years.